tournament for the Pinfall Championship. It's right here, my top. I'll display it in a minute. It is lovely and it is heavy. It's the real deal. And there's going to be 8 people vying for that over the course of this afternoon. There will be an interval at half time. So without further ado, let's get that first tournament match going. Scheduled for 1 fall. Please welcome the first contestant.
Christmas Chaos! I am commentator Tom McManus.
I'm Nick Kelly.
And we are going to be calling the action for you guys as we make our way through the Pinfall Wrestling Championship Tournament. Opening stages of this contest, making his way to the ring, just introducing himself to the crowd around here. This is Snow of Top Rope Wrestling Academy. You may have seen him in a few places up and down the country as Top Rope Wrestling Academy makes their mark on the British wrestling scene.
Don't think the shooter's going over too well with this crowd.
Making his way to the ring, here's the shooter, Snow! And their opponents.
And here's someone you all know and love, ladies and gentlemen. Been making their mark on Pinfall Wrestling ever since it returned earlier this year. Martin Kirby has been putting in standout performances as he now enters this championship tournament.
I think he's got to be favourite to win, for me.
There's a lot of great talent in this tournament, but yeah, Martin Kirby definitely has.
Welcome to the ring, protectivo, Martin Kirby!
Follow up on what you were saying, Nick. Yes, Martin Kirby absolutely has the best win-loss record going into this tournament. Whether that's going to be able to carry him through, we're about to find out.
What are you doing, Snow?
Watch this.
Yeah! I don't think I like you now.
Try again then.
Go on then.
Let me come in the ring. Yeah, watch this.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
To his surprise, she seems to have a bit of a mixed response. This is a reaction here. There's a reason they call him Project Ego.
I think that crowd over there don't like
I
it.
think the shooter's making a mistake taking it this way.
I know.
He's in the ring with a
Let's see,
little
let's see
I
if you like
understand this is
that.
one of the best, most standout competitors in British wrestling, but at the end of the day, Martin Kirby, he's all about having fun in that ring. Nice little pop for the ref.
I'm me.
It's official. You might regret moments now.
Right guys, we need to see some wrestling!
You don't want to see. You
You do want to see wrestling, yeah?
I want to see a fight.
You guys want to see a fight?
interesting to point out here, this is normally all about Martin Kirby's strategy going into a match. He normally tries to get into the head of his opponent. Doesn't seem to be the case with Snow here. Snow seems quite happy to engage with Project Ego as we go into this initial collar and elbow tie-up.
That could be a mistake. Snow does not want to be playing this game.
He seems to have started this match off strong, winning the initial collar and elbow tie-up. Strike to the gut seems to have winded Kirby a little bit.
Kirby's not going anywhere.
He needs to get back on top of him. The only chance he's got is to be on top of Martin Kirby the whole match. Can't be giving him this much time.
Seems like Kirby's managed to recompose himself, going into a second collar and elbow tie-up. Again, it's Snow with the strength advantage. A little slap to the chest for Martin Kirby. I think you can see it, Nick, that seems to have rocked Kirby a little bit. Sends Snow straight to the mat, grabs the headlock. Snow did manage to take himself around a bit, but Kirby on the offense. Strike to the back, but a crossbody from Kirby.
That's what happens if you don't take Martin Kirby seriously.
There is a reason he has a career resume list as long as you're on. It is full of fantastic accomplishments, titles, victories. Is the Pinfall Championship going to be another one of those accomplishments? Snow makes his way back to the standing centre of the ring. Martin Kirby straight away gets him, and Snow.
Now that's the first smart thing Snow's done.
Goes for that strategy of separation. This time it seems like it's going to work for him. Gives him a little bit of time to recoup. Got to be careful now though, because that crowd, they are starting to begin to play favourites a little bit, and they do seem to be favouring Martin Kirby.
And again,
Kirby has made his way outside of the ring. Forearm to the face of Snow, followed up by a second. Snow's rocked. Kirby's winding it up. And the third sends Snow down to the floor outside of the ring.
this is Martin Kirby's to lose at this point.
Snow first back into the ring. It always gives you an advantage when both competitors have made their way outside. Snow now just laying it in thick, fast with those boots to the back, the chest, the head. And Martin Kirby goes for what could be construed as a little bit of a choke now. Referee happy to let it play out for the 5 count.
This is what he needs to do. He needs to take every advantage. He needs to stay on him.
That aggression is going to wear down Martin Kirby.
Again, distracted by the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd has completely shifted from being 50-50 on Snow. They are now fully behind Martin Kirby. And Kirby's probably going to need it if he's going to carry on with this sustained offense from Snow. Snow very upset that that wasn't a free count. I don't know if you saw, ladies and gentlemen, but the force of that Irish whip did actually manage to move the foundations of the ring. Right to the back, keeps Kirby down.
This is smart.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, whoever wins this tournament has to go through 3 matches.
You're exactly right.
You can't go all out in the first match.
Not at all. This strategy gives Snow just a little bit of time to recuperate. It also wears down Martin Kirby, who is an incredibly athletic competitor. Chance of Kirby ringing out through the Pinfall Arena. Kirby with the elbows to the gut of Snow, lands a forearm. Leaps off the ropes, but Snow catches him! For a moment there, it did look like Kirby was going to go back on the offense, but Snow has just planted that, goes for the cover. Still a 2 count. even with these disagreements with the crowd, Snow's strategy does seem to be working. The shooter has picked his target. Seems to be the neck of Martin Kirby.
I'm impressed with how he's managed to control Kirby for this long. I didn't think that would happen at the start of the match.
It's not something that anyone would have expected going into this match. I don't think Snow is in full control of this match. Just laying in the forearms to the chest of Martin Kirby, just sucking the wind out of him, and I think that was a strike to the temple.
The referee happy to let it go. This is a tournament for the title.
In case this is a tournament, there's going to be a little bit of lax. A little bit of referee's discretion going to come into play.
Nice strike from Rainer. $3.
No, very unhappy with the fact that that was another 2 count. I mean, there is the case now that Kirby's just been worn down so much. It could only be a matter of time, but Snow misses the elbow drop. Kirby manages to move away at the last second.
Kirby has to fight back now.
He's got to get up, he's got to get back into this match. Manages to make his way back to his feet, but Snow is up as well. Kirby out there first, manages to take Snow down a second time. Out of the corner, lines up, straight to the gut of Snow. Whips him out of the corner, beautiful enziguri, and Snow could be out here. Snow at the last second, a 2 count for Snow.
And now it's Martin Kirby who needs to keep this up.
He does, but he has been through a hell of a lot of offense in this match. He's going to need a little bit of time to recuperate, and that's not going to work out well for him.
That could be the shot that wins it for Snow.
I think you could be right here. Kirby looks absolutely dazed. He could be unconscious on his feet here. No, he manages to get out of the hold of Snow, and famous goes for the cover, and that is it. Martin Kirby advances.
Told you, my pick going through.
Pick very well made there, Nick. A little bit of shaky ground. Kirby was on shaky ground. A little bit in this match, but
I've got to give it to Snow though. I didn't fancy his chances beforehand, but he gave a great showing.
He has done a significant amount of damage to Martin Kirby, who, let's not forget, has multiple more matches throughout this competition.
Snow's chance will come, and if he can learn to just ignore the crowd a little bit, focus on his opponent, but that'll come with age.
Oh! From behind! Snow is not taking the loss well at all. Referees are making their way to the ring, trying to cause some separation, and this is a disaster for Martin Kirby's chances in this competition.
I wish I'd never praised him now. I take that back.
You got to do what you can sometimes. Sometimes you just got to let the redness fly, and that's what's happened with Snow. Taking that knee, absolutely thrashing it against the ring post. People are furious. Absolutely furious, and Snow seems to be tying up Kirby. Hits him against that ring post as well.
Snow's put a bullseye on that leg.
Kirby's knee has got to be absolutely destroyed right now. And he's still going for the second knee also. Trying to just completely demobilitize Martin Kirby.
Will Kirby even be able to carry on in this tournament now?
We'll certainly have to find out. I believe we will.
Stop, get out of it.
Come on. I believe we were due to hear from Martin Kirby as with all competitors who are advancing through this tournament, but
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to have to get Martin Kirby taken to the back somewhere. He's going to have to be assessed.
I mean, the crowd are fully behind him, but
absolutely. I mean, it's
all attendees, we were supposed to have Martin Kirby down here for an interview. He's through to the next round. Alright, okay.
Kirby has made his way over to our interview
Right, he's through to
station.
the next round. Do you think you'll be okay with your injury?
I hope so, but I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But as long as you guys are cheering me, I'll do my best.
Alright, we'll let you get back on.
Quite heartfelt words
You ready,
from
folks?
Kirby from Project
Hopefully we'll be
Ego.
back in the next round.
Not
Next,
very
let's
committal.
find out who's going with
It
it.
doesn't say for definite whether Kirby's planning to continue on in the tournament, but
You'll want to continue on.
One more time for Mike Kirby, everybody.
right now we're just going to have to wait and see.
Medicinal cheers required. He'll see medical help in the back, and we'll hopefully see him through in the next round. Let's see who else is going to join him. Your first contestant.
And ladies and gentlemen, next up in the Pinfall Championship tournament, the Maestro makes his way to the ring. First round action, singles
Please welcome
competition.
to the ring, the puppet conductor, Sebastian Clown.
Gaze on greatness, peasants. If you haven't seen him before, ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian Cloud is a very, very manipulative individual.
And their opponents.
I think it's fair to say the crowd have picked their favourite in this.
Absolutely, I think very much so. High energy, high octane action. This is going to be great fun. Taking a moment to just take a look.
Please welcome the Renegades,
And ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Jerome is all about that energy, all about that high octane action, flying around the ring. It's going to be up to Sebastian Cloud. Romy Kendrick, all about that high octane action.
I mean, what a chance these two. Both young, both getting reputations around British wrestling. Is this their night to take that next step?
Is that what it takes for you peasants to get excited, run around like a buffoon? Is that what it is? I can smell the quality from here. Seriously, you can't be freaking peasants and disgusting.
So the pirate shirt is a bold choice.
Might just be Seinfeld film.
I think so. Puffy shirts are coming back, I feel.
And we are off this second contest, second bout of first round action. And Romy Kendrick just distracted by a cheer that allowed Sebastian Cloud to get his first offense in, and he's just planted Kendrick into that corner, carried him from one, planted him into the second.
That's what you need to do. This is a tournament. You need to take advantage of every opening.
Gotta stay focused. Gotta stay on it. Kendrick lost his focus for a second, and it has cost him.
Be silent, peasants.
Irish whip out of the corner. Kendrick manages to stop himself. Hits Cloud with a forearm and a beautiful big kick. Kendrick with the shoulder tackle sends Cloud down to the mat. First pinfall cover. Kendrick has absolutely managed to recompose himself. He's all focused into this match. Cloud is rocked. Kendrick takes him with the forearm again.
Is Kendrick's athleticism going to be too much here for Sebastian Cloud?
Well, it's all about with Sebastian Cloud. It's all about getting into the mind of your opponent, seeing if you can mentally affect them in some way, shape or form. Take them off the game, you then slow them down, and then you let the fist fly.
We've just seen an example of what happens.
Exactly. He's always watching. If you lose your focus for even a second, Cloud will get inside your head and he will take you down. Goes for the cover. Kendrick manages to kick out at 2.
Who put 50? That's your fault, man.
News for Crowd ringing out through Pinfall Arena. We knew from the get-go that they were firmly behind Romy Kendrick.
He's just taking his time now.
That's it, he can do. He's got that 5 count. Get inside the head. It's going to take him down with a few big moves, a few strategies to wear him down, and that is going to get inside the head of Romy Kendrick. Because he's all about action when he's in that ring. All about getting out there, moving as fast as possible, disorientating your opponent. He can't do that if he's not on his feet. Cloud lifts Kendrick out of the corner, goes for the cover. Not quite enough, but again, it's got to get in your mindset again.
It's making you kick out.
Exactly.
It takes energy to do it.
Expulsing energy as you kick out. You're getting that mindset of every pinfall cover. I'm not winning this match. I'm losing this match. It affects your well-being. It affects whether you. It affects your commitment to carry on with the match.
Romy is just surviving right now.
That's it. He's surviving with those punches to the gut. And Sebastian Cloud sends him into the ropes, but Cloud explodes off the ropes, takes down Kendrick.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you now, what?
And that just let out a shocked silence.
He's had an answer for everything. Kendrick has
Absolutely, he definitely has. It's all about how long this is going to take. For Sebastian St. Cloud to decide to pull something out of his bag of tricks that's going to make this match over, and he advances to the next round of this tournament. Could be a foregone conclusion at this point.
This could be it. If Kendrick can't get to the ropes.
Centre of the ring. He's manipulating that shoulder joint, but Kendrick, no, just manages to grab himself over to the ropes. Kept it in with that 5 count though. It's fully within his rights to do it.
And he's going to have to dig deep.
Cloud whips Kendrick off the ropes. Kendrick ducks alive. The Cloud straight back to his feet. Second Superman punch from Romy Kendrick. Big move from Kendrick, goes for the cover. Is this it? Out of nowhere, no! That was the closest that Romy Kendrick has come to winning this contest. Pinfall Arena fully behind him. Has he got something stored up?
Can he
Has
carry
he got
this
an
through?
idea?
Can he carry this through to the final?
That is the question we are about to find out. Cloud plants Kendrick face first into the mat, goes for the cover, and I think that is it.
Here is your winner by pinfall, Sebastian Cloud!
I mean, as much as the burn, a very well-deserved win.
Absolutely, very well deserved from Sebastian Cloud, but you have got to hand it to Robbie Kendrick there. Fantastic performance. Almost had it for a moment.
I think we'll be seeing him again in Pinfall.
I think you will. But someone you will definitely be seeing again at Pinfall tonight will be Sebastian Cloud as he makes his way over to Jet Fashion in our
Now,
interview
Sebastian
area.
Cloud, you strike me as the cerebral type. Do you have any strategies going ahead in the tournament?
I'm going to tell you something now. Before I start, these peasants need to shut their mouths in the presence of Sebastian Cloud. I have one strategy. My strategy is to win by any means necessary, and if I can't, the symphony of Sebastian Cloud will not be heard by these peasants or anybody else. So that is my strategy, boy.
You heard it, folks. Let's find out who's up next in the tournament.
Fine words from Sebastian Cloud.
What about the next tournament matchup? So I'm saying, your first contestant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Panache is in the building. Sheikh Sham. First
Please
round.
welcome the Middle East millionaire, the Sheikh.
He is the Middle Eastern millionaire. Making his way out to a round of applause from the Pinfall fans in attendance. Not normally a reaction.
It's an unusually warm reception for the Sheikh.
It is indeed. I'm sure that's not going to mess with his game plan at all. Any reaction's a good reaction. Running down the ring. It's open for him.
What's your name? Shut your mouth, nobody cares. First of all, you people need to show the Sheikh some respect. You applaud the Sheikh because you're jealous of the Sheikh. That's the truth. Hey, listen, honest, what we have here are contestants for the Jeremy Kyle show. However, there's a difference. The people on the Jeremy Kyle show have more teeth than you. Listen, the fact of the matter is, somebody needs to come and tell you people the truth. Alright, and that is going to be the Sheikh, because that's what he does, he tells you the truth. Also, are you yawning when the Sheikh's talking? Are you married? Hello? Are you married? It makes sense. Anyway, hold your tongue, stay in your lane, first thing first, every time the Sheikh, woo, you do not boo. Woo! Woo! Clearly you struggle with intelligence. Secondly, the Sheikh is going to walk out here, the brand new Pinfall Champion, whether you like it or not, baby. Woo!
Let's have his opponents.
Well, Nick, it's about to get
Please
electric.
welcome the Mexican sensation, El Electro.
I'm going to be honest, I tried to have a word with him before the show, couldn't understand a word of it. But he's enthusiastic.
He is indeed. If there's one thing that Electro is, he's enthusiastic. And he's going to need every ounce of that enthusiasm as he makes his way to take on the Sheikh in this first round contest for the Pinfall Championship Tournament.
How dare you? The Sheikh will slap you so hard that even Google search engine won't be able to find you. If you people start clapping with him, I'm telling you, you're in serious trouble.
Well, I think Sheikh has officially worn out his welcome.
Yep. The cheers didn't last long, but he might in this tournament. Given what happened to Martin Kirby, he's got to now be the favourite.
I mean, that is.
You're one of the happiest people I've ever seen on the boat. Never seen anybody so happy with no hair. Sheik's always ready for that. Woo!
And here we go.
Hey, you better do your homework. Did you just say Sheikh does his homework? The Sheikh has people to do his homework, baby.
Both men sizing each other up at this moment. Electro was going for the corner. Sheikh stops in his tracks.
You've got to figure this will just be speed versus power.
Absolutely. I think as much as appearances can sometimes be deceiving in professional wrestling right now, Electro's biggest advantage will be his speed, it'll be his nimbleness, trying to escape the Sheikh's grasp. As they enter into this initial collar and elbow tie-up, it's going exactly as you would expect. Sheikh straight in the corner, taking it straight for that 4 count, followed up with a chop to the chest. My sentiments exactly.
Exactly what Electro's got to avoid.
Straight for that collar and elbow tie up there. I think that's a big mistake from Electro. Sheikh just manhandling him across the ring, strike to the gut.
He's enjoying himself at the minute.
Elbow to the head. He knows he's got the power advantage for as long as Electro tries to go for these grappling type moves. It's just not going to work for him. But this fight, leaping over the Sheikh, goes for the arm drag, manages to lay it in, second arm drag followed up. Takes Sheikh down to the mat. Big drop kick from Electro. Sheikh has to go for a little bit of separation. He's planted himself on the floor by the ring.
It's a veteran move, mid-distance.
Bit of distance, I'm not sure though. With someone like Electro, someone as high flying, his distance is really what you want to be going for here.
They don't have benefits. They know they don't.
He's got full control of the ring and he's very, very, very fast.
When you probably get back in the ring.
Do you know what? I'd love to, I'm scared.
Yeah. I understand.
Happens to the best of us sometimes.
It's quite violent.
Electro's making a mistake. Let Sheikh take this long to recover.
Well, there is the 10 count at play here. This is a tournament match, so it would be whichever victor goes for it. I'm not actually sure whether this is the smart move from Electro. He does manage to see the caught Sheikh unawares. It wouldn't have been the strategy I'd have gone for it and potentially gone for a count out. Keep your strength for the next match. And Electro's now going to get back into the ring, and that's again where Electro gave away his own disadvantage, and Sheikh is now capitalising it. Electro had control of the ring. He gave control of the ring back to Sheikh. Sheikh hits him with that giant suplex, and Electro has still not made it back to his feet. Even whiffs at the posturing of Sheikh.
I can tell you from experience that suplex hurts.
Oh, absolutely. I've got no disagreements with you there, Nick.
back again.
That's why Electro's in trouble. He gave away his own advantage. Now it's all Sheikh. It's going to continue to be all Sheikh. Just a clubbing strike to the head.
What a
He
beautiful
landed
punch
somewhere
there,
on the
Sheikh.
jaw
Oh
of
my
Electro.
gosh. Oh, hey! Yeah, put that mask on, you're ugly.
Look at this, Electro is so taken down, he's so worn down. But Sheikh is able to do whatever he wants. Chat with the crowd, joke with them.
Electro needs to generate some momentum.
He needs to. Kicks to the gut of the Sheikh, sends the Sheikh down, he leaps over the Sheikh, trips him up. Gives himself the high ground. Going for something big, a leg drop to the Sheikh, goes for the cover. I didn't think that was going to be enough. It doesn't appear like it has been. Sheikh kicking out at 2 with relative ease still.
Imagine Sheikh goes out of this competition now. The brackets just open
Everything
up.
opens right up, because as you have said, we've now probably got to consider Sheikh the favourite due to Martin Kirby's injury. Electro could be about to cause a massive upset here. Cartwheel kick doesn't land. And Sheikh just with a kick, a brutal kick to the chest of Electro. And he's completely down. Rolling out of the ring. It's Electro's turn to give some there. And Sheikh's manager, his assistant at ringside, just laying in some boots.
And this is smart of Sheikh.
Very, very smart. It's that little bit extra to guarantee you win.
And let the count out happen. Don't expend any energy. Wait till the next round.
It was something. Electro was in prime position to do it. Sheikh was distracted. He didn't know what was going on. He was chatting to fans. Electro gave away his own advantage.
Hey, Electro, Steve.
Just clubbing elbows with that flourish that only the Prince of Panache can bring. 3 elbows delivered brutally to the spine of Electro. Goes for the cover. Is he going to have the strength to kick out? He does. Is it a last gasp attempt? Sheikh looks in hard around the neck of Electro. Wearing him down. Electro's got to use Sheikh's own weight against him if he's going to get back to his feet. Sheikh's in full control. Punch to the gut and a second. Bounces off the rope. Look at the drop kick from the Sheikh. And again.
Beautiful.
Just look at the strength, look at the power of the Sheikh. Able to posture like that, center of the ring. Electro hasn't moved.
Guess what? The Sheikh couldn't give a camel's hump on you.
There's no way of knowing how much his back is injured from.
This is what we call the camel's hump.
Absolutely, but it's about to get a whole lot worse as Sheikh lays down into that clutch. Going for the submission, referee hasn't called it. Electro still in this match, managing to get back to his knees. He's got to 1 foot up. He's got a second. Sends Sheikh into the corner. Elbows to the head. And another. Rolls out of the corner. Sheikh came at him, but Electro couldn't get the winner. Electro bounces off the rope. Sling blade to the Sheikh.
Could this be the first upset of the tournament?
This is a huge upset. If the impossible occurs right now, if Electro's energy manages to outmatch the power of the Sheikh, spinning forearm to the Sheikh, and Sheikh manages to roll up to the ropes. Electro catches his legs. Electro has to catch the Sheikh's legs to stop them colliding with the ropes to get the pinfall. Wasn't able to get everything in there.
I mean, the other winners have got to be loving this. Seeing Sheikh spend this much energy.
Absolutely, and also the injury that Electro has no doubt sustained to his back. So very, very good. It's looking very, very well for whoever either of these men. And Electro bouncing up. Sheikh's assistant manager. He's already back up. Electro fully distracted, referee distracted. They haven't seen that Sheikh has made his way back to the feet. Pounce from the Sheikh. And that is all they run for Electro in this championship tournament. Sheikh Sham advances.
And is that our future champion?
I think currently looking at the
Here
performance
is your winner by pinfall, the Middle East man, the Sheikh.
Is his assistant the ace in the hole? Is that the advantage
Well,
that he needs?
going off this victory, that would seem to be the case.
Surely anyone watching has got to see him. He needs to be dealt with if you're going to beat the Sheikh.
That is the real clincher here. Lifts up the arm of the victor. And I would assume the Sheikh will now make his way over to the interview position. We'll hear some of the thoughts of the winner in this match.
Sheikh, if you're a brand new interview, please. A victory there for you. My name's Jet Fashion, by the way.
Shut your mouth, Jet Fashion, more like Jet Weight Watchers. Oh, shut your mouth. Don't you start cheering for the Sheikh. All the way through, you were clapping for that criminal under that mask. And now, just because the Sheikh beat the camel's hump out of him, now you want to cheer for the Sheikh? Just remember, you people are an absolute waste of space. So your children are so ugly, their bath toys are kettle and toasters. And let's be honest, majority of their birth certificates are apology letters from the contraception factory. And you still want to cheer for the Sheikh? Shut your mouth, he doesn't need your cheers. And you, Jet Fashion, you remember this, and you people remember. The Sheikh is walking out with gold round his waist, and there ain't nothing. And the Sheikh means what, Treacle? Shut your mouth. Nothing you can do about it.
Statement made by the Sheikh.
So let's find out who that final contestant is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Valentine. Making their debut at Pinfall.
Someone I don't know a lot about, but I've heard good things.
I don't know much. I'm assuming out of the Top Rope Wrestling Academy.
Oh, please welcome to the ring, 260 pounds of pure charisma. Prime time, Jack Valentine.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, making his debut at Pinfall in the championship tournament, no less. Prime time, Jack Valentine.
And his
Doesn't
opponent
seem to be
for
an
this
issue.
final spot in the semi-finals.
Debut here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Caleb Storm making his way to the pinfall ring in this championship tournament.
Please welcome to the ring, Captain Caleb Storm!
Oh, I apologise. Captain Caleb Storm.
Speaking to the people at top row becomes very highly recommended.
Recommendations aren't going to be what takes you to victory in this championship tournament. It's going to be victories themselves.
Get up. Match up new start. Okay.
Going to beat him up?
Right, straight to the point, isn't it?
Everybody else?
You really think this guy can beat me? Look at me. You really think this guy can beat me?
260 pounds, Jack Valentine. That
Weight classes exist for a reason. But the captain doesn't look small himself.
well, it certainly looks like he's got some speed, some agility. In very good shape. Jack Valentine.
Come on.
260 pounds is working in his favour right now.
I wasn't ready. We'll try that one again, yeah? Take two, exactly. I wasn't ready.
Both men move back to their corners. Going to begin. Child, very clever from Sham. Goes straight for that waist lock. He's got it locked in around Valentine, but Valentine powers through.
Silence. That says everything, girl. Silence.
Quite stunned silence has moved over the Pinfall Arena. Sham, he's asked for take 3. Looks like he's going to get it. Dodges out of the way. Valentine swings wildly with a chop. Crossbody from Storm. Goes for the cover.
No.
Catches a boot from Storm. Valentine then eats a knee. Manages to compose himself. Went for a lariat, but Storm manages to jump out of the way. Hits a forearm instead. And another cover attempt by Storm. This time lands himself a 2 count.
Valentine's struggling right now.
Storm's managed to have his number. Well, that's going to rock all the numbers out of your head with that big boot from Jack Valentine. Plants Caleb Storm.
260 pounds, it only takes one boot.
Absolutely, and it looks like it might have done. The Valentine doesn't seem to be finished with Caleb Storm. Looks him up over his shoulders, lands straight down centre of the ring. Is that it for Caleb Storm?
I think I'm out here.
Someone had to win a match in quick succession. Almost looked like it was going to be Jack Valentine there, and that would have probably made him the most rested man in this tournament so far.
Probably the best strategy. Big moves, low energy.
Definitely brings him up into the favourite rankings, into the odds of who could win this tournament. But he does still have to get a pinfall submission over Caleb Storm to move forward into the tournament. Second rope, Jack Valentine leaps off, shoulder tackle. Caleb Storm in serious trouble. I think his eyes were closed there.
It could be not all there.
Do not slow down.
Could be absolutely rocks. I mean, he went down with some force. Quick kick to the gut, just keep Storm down. Good strategy. Sham, we don't like you. Erupting through. Jack Valentine made an impression. Just choking. Caleb Storm onto the ropes.
And using the full count.
Sheikh.
Into more of a wear down type strategy. He knows that he's got full momentum in this match. Just exerting very little energy throughout the course of the match. It's going to put him in prime position. If he gets the victory and moves on. Still Caleb Storm refusing to quit. He's going to make Valentine work for it, that's for sure.
This is
Maybe
all
too little, too late.
This is all.
It looks like Valentine has full control over the arm of Storm. Hammer locks it across the back, but also grabs an arm around the neck.
Is he going to have enough left to get out of this? We'll get to the rope.
This is a big ask for Storm. He's already down to his knees. He's going to have to get all the way back to his feet if he wants to carry on in this match. Audience seems very much behind him. He's back on his feet. Manages to drive his hits into the gut of Valentine. Elbow slither head. Arm drag by Storm. Valentine just eats the barrier, followed up by a second. Valentine manages to move away the kick of Storm. Top kick followed up though by Storm, sends Valentine down. Goes for the cover. Valentine has not received a lot of offense on this match. Storm's been on the defensive for much of it. Storm, I think he's realised he's going to have to do something big, something huge if he wants to advance in this tournament. Wasn't able to get Valentine over the shoulders.
I think that was just on instinct. Just on instinct, fighting chance.
That may have been the case. Big kick from Valentine. Goes for the cover. I think this might be all they wrote, but no! Caleb Storm. Last ditch attempt.
It's a brave performance, but surely he can't take any more.
I think whatever Valentine has planned, if he's successful in this, this will wipe out the Storm.
This is it.
The Storm manages to get back to his feet. Lands Valentine. Beautiful sort of like jumping net breaker. Goes for the cover. Did he do it? No! No, Valentine at the very last second.
2 3/4 there.
Absolutely centimetres from the mat. Chance of free. Erupting throughout the Pinfall Arena. Referee adamant that it was 2.
The closest either man has been.
Absolutely, and that is absolutely out of nowhere for Caleb Storm.
High risk now.
This is it. He's going for something big.
Should he be doing this in the first round?
Is this a match-winning manoeuvre? Got it from Storm, lands into the cover. That is it. He's done it. Storm advances to the second round.
But at what cost? How much has he taken out of him to win that match?
That is it. You've got to say, if it weren't for Martin Kirby's potentially injured knees, Caleb Storm.
Live Pinfall and through to the semi-finals, Captain Caleb Storm!
Big ask on a debut. Big ask from a debut. But there's an even bigger ask coming for Caleb Storm.
Challenges only get harder from here.
Congratulations, Captain, an interview if you will. Well done, that was a hard-fought victory. What lessons are you going to take into the rest of the tournament from that?
Listen, I am each and every one of your captain here tonight, and Caleb Storm is here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to take over. So what lessons am I going to take away from this match? No matter what steps in front of me, no matter how big, how hard the competitor, Caleb Storm will always be number one.
Caleb Storm, your captain!
Fantastic confidence from Storm there. Is it going to
Ready for
be
your
enough?
next match? Alright then, without further ado, welcome the next contestant.
Whoa.
Hey, come on, mate. You're not at the tournament, you're like, what are you doing here?
Why is it that I'm only finding out now that there's a tournament for championship gold and I'm not in it? Who's responsible for this? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
I don't actually know.
Well, I am Winchester and I am British wrestling's top prospect. How dare you have a tournament for championship gold and not have me in it? Now I've seen the talent in the back and I can beat everyone.
All attendees do it for the show of the time! The party antagonist, Commander Scully! Well. Who could have imagined it? Commander Stephanie Sterling finally sharing the ring with... I'm sorry, darling, I've forgotten your name. Was it...
I'm sorry, man.
Winchester?
It's Winchester.
Winchester. Oh, like the pub in Shaun of the Dead. I like that film, that's quite good. Now look, darling, look. I know what it's like. Sometimes you're not booked on a show and it hurts. Sometimes you're accidentally booked on the pre-show before your fancy friends turn up. I get it. You want to come out here and you want to say, I have been wronged. I have been robbed. But when you come out like you did, what you're really saying is, I am a total tit. But it is Christmas, and even though, if you ask my husband, I'm more of a receiver than a giver, today I am going to give you me. If we can get a referee out here, let's make your Christmas dreams come true.
Right, let's have the
Season's beating! Season's beating!
It looks like we've got an unsanctioned match.
That is true. Mr. Winchester versus...
I think it's pronounced Winchester.
Oh, sorry, Winchester. You ready? You ready? And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Non-sanctioned contest.
There's the referee, so...
Please count free as it comes. Mr. Winchester versus Commander Stephanie Sterling, and Sterling is just laying in. Strikes to the temple, Irish whip off the ropes, punch to the gut.
Sorry about that, darling.
And I don't think it's Winchester Winchester was prepared for this in any way, shape or form.
And yet it is what he asked for.
Caught completely off guard.
There we go, you had a nasty fold, and you're about to have another.
Just consoling. Belly to belly suplex, center of the ring. Mr. Winchester has rolled out of the ring.
Maybe deciding he doesn't want to be on pinfall quite as much anymore.
That may be the case.
Come on, back in the ring. Come on.
Danny, come on in.
2. Come on. Get back in there. 3. Come on. Back in the
Come
ring.
on in, the canvas is lovely.
4.
Play around, you. This is your you.
Oh, you're not going to make me run, are you?
5.
We're up to 5 in the 10 count.
Taking the time with that man.
I know,
Leaving
it's
the
true.
ring. Kick to the gut by Winchester. Sterling is slammed into the ring apron post.
Sorry, don't mess about.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh!
She's still laughing about it.
Sterling. His voice ringing out through the arena as Winchester is just slamming her into chairs.
Maybe this attitude is why he wasn't invited to the tournament in the first place.
Very clearly moving people out of chairs. Cleansing the environment.
Good. Let's finish this thing.
Winchester is to get Sterling back into the ring. He's going to go for the cover there, but lands an elbow drop instead. And a second. Goes for the cover. Only a 2 count for Winchester. Goes for a double elbow drops again.
We're getting ready, yeah.
Punch to the gut. Just a flurry of strikes. With Sterling into the corner of the ring. Sterling collides hard. Winchester just moves Sterling back into the ring. Hands around the neck. Covered by that 5 count.
Well, I don't know much about Winchester, but he brings aggression if nothing else.
Absolutely, this has been an absolutely brutal showing so far. Kick to the gut by Winchester.
You ready?
Straight into the center of the ring. Going for a suplex. Lifts up Sterling. Goes for the cover. Sterling kicks out. Sterling still in this. And Sterling has the cover, manages to squeeze a win. Managing with that last gasp. And a surprise match from Commander Stephanie Sterling ends in a surprise win from Commander Stephanie Sterling.
Commander Sterling still has a 100% win record in pinfall.
I did not know that.
Tags, singles, never been beaten.
Did not know that at all. Makes it very, very interesting when you consider that we've got this championship belt sat on our table.
Well, Winchester complaining that he wasn't in the tournament. Maybe Commander Sterling should have been in the tournament.
Perhaps that is the case.
Yes, Commander, we need more. An interview, please. that victory recorded in posterity on the lens. What message do you have to echo through the generations?
Don't make me work longer than 1.5 minutes. I get really tired.
Well, we've probably got about 30 seconds left on this 1.5 minutes.
Alright, I'm just gonna have a little sleep.
Well, Mark Commander has a nap. We're going to take it to the crowd and see who their money's on for the Pinfall tournament. You have to nap standing up, I'm sorry.
What?
Who's your money on for the winner?